Hey, good morning, Math 8 students. All right, here we go. Um, Today's Khan Academy is a lot like yesterday's was, or the last Khan Academy that you did. You're still determining the number of solutions to a systems of equations. This time, though, you're doing it algebraically versus last time you did it graphically. So today we're going to see how the system set up algebraically, and then we're going to determine how many solutions there are from that. So we'll tackle this first example right here first. We have an issue. These are not in y equals mx plus b format. So the first thing we got to do is we first have to solve this equation for y, and then you have to solve this equation for y. This is something we've done several times before now. So you are expected to know how to do this. If you are struggling with that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than willing to help you with that, but for the determination of this video, I'm assuming you know how to do that. So when I solve both of those into y equals mx plus b format, I get the first equation to be y equals 5x plus 2, and I get the second equation to be y equals 5x minus 2. So here's the first key thing that we always look for. First thing we look for is, do these have the same slope or do they have a different slope? If they have different slopes, it is always exactly one solution. So again, if these two are different, if those two slopes are different, then your answer is always going to be one solution. That means that the two lines will cross, and they'll cross just one time, okay? But if in this case, the two slopes are exactly the same, that means they both have the exact same slope, they both go up the same rate of speed, then we have to then look at the y-intercepts. If the y-intercepts were also the same, meaning both equations were exactly the same, then that means the two lines would cross and would have infinite solutions. But if the two y-intercepts are different from each other, they don't have to be opposites like this one is, just different. One could be plus 2, one could be plus 5, one could be minus 1, one could be plus 2. It doesn't matter. In this case, it happens to be one's a positive 2, one's a negative 2, so they're different. If they're different, that means the two lines go parallel to each other. So the answer to that would be a no solutions right there. Okay. By the way, I'm using purple and yellow, in case you're wondering. At the time frame at which I'm making this, the NFL draft is coming up on Thursday. I'm so looking forward to it. So I'm getting my purple and yellow going right now. So that's why I'm using purple and yellow in celebration of what the Vikings might do. If you're a Packer fan, well, sorry about that. Anyways, moving forward. Next one. We are now going to take these two. We need to put these into y equals mx plus b format. So as I do that, you're expected to know how to do that. We get them both into this format. Once they're in y equals mx plus b format, the first thing we do is we look at the slopes. Are those slopes exactly the same? Is negative 3, and remember this one, if you don't see a number, would really be negative 1. So is negative 3 and negative 1 exactly the same? No, it's not. I don't even care about the y-intercepts. All I care about is the slopes in this one. If they are not the same, then there is exactly one solution. Okay? We don't even care about the y-intercepts if these are not the same. Okay? So let's do the third one. Again, I will solve these. I'll put them into y equals mx plus b format. So I end up with these two equations. First thing we look at is we look at your slopes. Are they exactly the same? Yes, they are. Because they are, it's going to fit into one of these two categories, no solutions or infinite solutions. And then we look at, are the y-intercepts the same? And in this case, yes, they are. They both cross at negative 1. You'll notice the two equations are exactly the same, which means the two lines are exactly the same. So every point on the graph, they match up, which means you on this one would have infinite number of solutions. Hopefully this helped you, but don't be afraid to reach out for help if you need it. I'm here to help you. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.